Hello, once again. It's me from the last time. Um, I was talking about how work has been slow for me all month to the point where I knew I was doing something wrong. What is it? What is it? What is it? And I think I figured it out. Other than neglecting myself, how am I abandoning myself? Let me mirror this. I thought about this. What is my sole purpose on earth? Is it to make money? No. Is it to make cars faster and shoot flames and make people annoying? No. I do it, but um, I think I had an especially hard Dark Night of the Soul, and I've had an especially strange life. So strange that I can't even talk about it. I've had weird experiences, but that gives me unique perspective also. And you know who else was like that is my boy Carl Jung. Now, I think if you've survived hell, literally or figuratively, same thing. A figurative hell is literal hell. What do you think that was? You fuck. So, um, there's tons of people going through it all the time. And I realized, like, I took a piece of myself to make somebody whole, um, which I don't recommend doing. I knew that it would be tough and that I'd be drained and stuff, but I stopped doing the things that make me whole, which is um, having purpose outside of work. Like, I don't mind working, but it's not why God made me, right? What did God make me for? Well, what did I go through? Why did I go through? So it made me think that, when I first started this, I was talking about the spiritual laws that I discovered. It's like, you don't have to believe me, you can test it yourself. I was talking to a friend about it over the weekend. And someone I was talking to today said it's so enlightening talking to you, and then said that my energy is different, my aura is different, and I was like, okay, good. Well, that's good. Thanks. Um, but what I was thinking is that I don't know. I sound like a lesbian truck driver all of a sudden. Got the hair of one too. I really got to cut it. It's gnarly. Anyways, vanity, Pedron, be thy name. Uh, so I want to talk about a spiritual law, but I also want to talk about what I've discovered, which is now all of a sudden work is going well. In fact, I just answered an email to have a new dealer. So all of a sudden, blockage is unblocked. So I feel like things slowed down so I could reassess and see that, like, I went out with my friends and then ran into a friend who's now going through their spiritual awakening, their dark night of the soul, going through a hard time. And who better than to talk to? You know what I mean? It's like I talk about hanging out with my friend and calling it church. And we talked about like growing a community or whatever. And then, like, what is church? What was it? What was it supposed to be before these fucking assholes got involved and started taking money out of your community to buy watches and fucking whatever? What was it supposed to be? Community. A place where you can share your knowledge, your problems, get support. So, every way that I see this done in society, in communities, on podcasts, online, I hate it. I fucking hate it. It seems so artificial. It seems, even no matter how much they say it's not about me, it's about you guys. I fucking know it's about you. Fuck you and everyone that looks like you. So that being said, it's not about me. It's all about me. How about that? Everything's about me. Let me just be honest. I'm God, you just live in my world. Now that we got that out of the way, my point is that um, life is hard. And when you go through something profound and you have the ability to help somebody, you should do it, and you should do it for free because you're saving a life. I was talking to my friend today, and she was saying that therapy is $1,000 a month. You have to afford your mental health, and it's the most important thing. I'm not crying. I don't know why I sound like this. Um, is my throat chakra being unblocked? It's okay. Something was in there. I had a part of a cookie, and I guess there must be milk or some shit. It said vegan and all this other stuff, but I guess chocolate always has. Doesn't matter. Anyways, what I'm talking about is, damn, it's back. What I'm talking about is community support, like a real spiritual community, like a real, like people that actually care about you. You're tell me about your parents. Oh, okay. Your time's up. Get the fuck out of my office. They like rile up all these latent emotions, and then you're just, it's like having sex and not coming. All of a sudden, it's like, all this, what do I do with this? It sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like, I'm having sex all the time. It's like I'm coming all the time. Coming at the gym. Milk is for babies. When you're grown, you drink beer. So my point is I have been looking in earnest. I swear. Spiritual leaders, spiritual communities, spiritual knowledge. That's what I've been doing. That's what I do with my time. I don't know what you do with yours. And I would say my discernment and my intuition are both pretty sharp. I have had people try to tell me everything. The universe is expanding because it's trying to find another universe. It's lonely. Okay? Interesting theory. I had, when I moved into this place, across the street, standing there waiting for me, was a fucking former satanic minister who's now a Jesus touch you, heal you guy. I was like, what the fuck? Are you this guy I just saw on YouTube last week? And he's like, yeah, take my number down. And then, like, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be your friend. It was just, are you that fucking guy? Okay, bye. Have a nice life. God said, God put me here. God put me here. Which God? Who's your God, guy? It's like, okay, so I listened. I went to his sermon. I examined the man. And when you claim to speak for God, like, you should be fucking impeachable, unimpeachable. Everybody is impeachable. That's the problem. Like, there should be no cracks in your patina. And that guy told me he's healed, he's cured blindness. He's like, this guy's fucking, he's an X-Man, he said. So come to my thing and watch me and blah, blah, blah. And I'll touch you at the altar and then all your problems are gone. I'm like, okay. And I went and looked. I went and saw. I was in the room and I felt it. And I saw, and I saw it as just a shitty magic trick. It's just the power of suggestion. If he's helping anybody in the room, he's helping himself. He charges money for it. Are you doing it for God or not? Do you have a super fucking power or not? If you have the super fucking power, go to the hospital and don't come out until everybody's cured. Okay? Otherwise, shut the fuck up. I'm not buying your book. You leave a new book on my car every day. Sign it. I just put it straight in the trash. It's like, I heard this same story already 12 times, guy. You're not convincing me that you work for God. I can see that you're all about yourself. You want, it's elevating me. It's me. All the people that talk for God are always like, but me. It's God, but through me. Thank me. Tell everybody about me. Buy my book. And then a family I was going to marry into. Thank you, God. Like, they're wearing masks. Wake up in the morning, put a mask on. It's like trying to fake an injury for insurance, and then it's like, I'm the fucking insurance guy. Like, I saw you like take your neck brace off and walk around and you were dunking on people. What the fuck? You're not injured. And then when you see it, they make you feel like shit. It's like, you were gaslighting me, you dickhead. What the fuck? Why are you mad at me? You were the liar. And then now the spiritual community. That's the religious guys. The spiritual community is filled with the same fucking gimmicks and trick scammers. Buy this crystal, ground yourself with this fucking thing. Hypothetically, if there's a God, he gave you everything you need in your body. You don't have to fucking dig through the ground and find a purple crystal to fuck yourself with. What the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Supposedly there's a crystal in here. Or bones are some sort of mineral as a crystal. You know? It doesn't make sense to seek everything's external, everything's outside, blah blah blah. It cannot be. If there's a God, it cannot be. It has to be in you. And then, of course, I say this so that I can become a spiritual guru and then I can get in you. So, look at like celebrities and shit. The people with social power are the shittiest quality human beings. They augment the shittiest ones, and then we emulate these fucks. And then we worship the wrong things, and we neglect our inner work, and we neglect our communities. We're aspiring to be like them, the shittiest people who have ever walked the planet. These are the shittiest ones, and you fucking worship them. Listen to their music, wear their clothes, use their language. You talk the way they talk. Everyone talks like they're fucking retarded. The kids that I work with all say the N-word. Until a black guy comes around and they're like, it's like everyone is just getting dumber. Is it just me who sees this? Chasing the wrong things. So, talking to this other human being this weekend that's going through their profound change and then radically changing their life and then challenge their entire family's like, no, stay here with us. You need to be stuck too. You're fucking crazy. It's like, I know what this is like. I know what it's like. This is what's gonna come next. This is what you have to do. This is how you feel, right? Yeah. It's like just having someone that's been through it and validates all your feelings, like it makes the biggest difference in the world. Not someone looking to take your money or try to fuck you or, you know? You know how many people have like, they're nice to me to get something. That's why I've had a barrier my whole life. Please fuck off. All my shirts in some nice way say fuck off. And then I feel bad. I'm like, all right, fuck back on. But every time I let somebody in, they're like, hey, what can you do for me? Everybody's looking at, there's always an angle. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't need anything from you. What I would love is if the spiritual or religious communities were what they claim to be. And thus far in my search, they have not been. So I went to that spiritual meeting at an art gallery, and of course, everyone's just blowing the guy who runs it. Oh, he's fucking nobody. He hasn't done anything. He's counting on my money to augment him. It's like, why would I help you achieve your dream? Who the fuck are you? No, it's about unity and blah, blah, blah. How? By painting? You're not helping anybody. You want to get famous and sell your shit. I understand. Stop lying to my face. You fuck. I feel like I telegraph to people. I said it in this spiritual community, basically, that people have tried to use me for money and that I could see it. And this fuckhead still tried. With a disingenuous smile and foreign teeth that are gray. They brush their teeth, but I don't know what color that is. Anyways, uh, life's purpose. So I've been bouncing around the whole time, trying to figure out blah blah blah. And then I was like, God, what do I do? Who do I help? How am I supposed to? What do I do? If I can, oh, the best thing I could do is do this. My friend was like, "Can I share one of your videos on Reddit?" I'm like, "Fuck no! Holy shit! It's the last thing I want." Just a bunch of incel nerds coming on here and telling me how I'm racist or whatever. It's like, I know. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I know, but how do you know? I'm not racist. I hate everybody. In all seriousness, I love all people, but they're so fucking hard to love. That's the problem. And you know the people that are like cutting their dicks off and stuff like this. Those people are looking for love. How fucking insane is this? Nobody listens to them. Nobody heard their pain. They're not heard. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Want to see how right I am? Boop, boop. That's fucking bananas, man. We're doing something wrong because all our spiritual leaders, all our political figures, everybody's this fraudulent fuckwit energy. I've been I've been sitting around talking about my own journey and my own problem. Blah, blah, blah. The problem is the world is fucked up, and I can't be out there numbing myself. I can't sit here and watch TV. I'm like, this is all fucked. Everybody sucks. What's going on? And in the rare times where I meet someone on the path, I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me everything. Tell me about your parents. Tell me about your siblings. Oh, this is it. I have to do this with my shirt off because nobody watches for some reason. I have a secret admirer, I bet. It's okay if you're gay. Everyone's happy. I used the old version. Um, like the Sam Cooke days. So, okay, Sam Cooke, the first black artist to ever own his own music, produce other black artists. He was changing the world. And they murked his ass. They made it look like an accident, of course. Everyone who's doing good, oh, overdosed or he got robbed and murdered at a whorehouse, naked. This poor fuck. This is why you got to keep your dick in your pants, guys, and you got to not do drugs. You should be unimpeachable. If you end up on a sidewalk somewhere, people should ask questions, not like, oh well, he was troubled. Like Anthony Bourdain. Oh, he did meth and heroin or something. It was just like he just had a bad day. Like if he was murdered, no one would fucking ask. Poor fuck. But these are the people that we should have listened to. These are people that knew something. These people that needed us. A community. Real love. Real fucking love. That's what we're all looking for. Not something that looks like it. Real fucking love, which is what I'm trying to create. When my friend said the other day, you have a lot of like your friends are all hot women. Like how do you do that? How do you not do that? These these people need a support system that's not trying to fuck them, right? Do they deserve that courtesy to just be human beings? To just send and receive love without some kind of string attached or some hope? Or it's like any of them could call me and be like, come over right now and fuck. And I'd be like, I'm sorry, no. You know? So it's not fake from my side. And it really pissed me off this year. Someone faked it on their side. A friend. It's like, I let you into my family and I trusted you, and you had ulterior motives. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. And then the way they handled it, it was just like, okay, you burned this bridge. Sorry, you have to go. And I'm sure she was going through something rough, and it's like, I could have helped you as a friend, but not while you're trying to fuck everything up in my life. I don't know what motivated me to talk about this even. But I was thinking today, this is what I was thinking. We, us, people, need the type of support that I provide my friends. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a fucking spiritual guru. I'm fucking nobody. I'm another human being who's experienced profound pain. My heart's been fucking broken a million times. And I've had physical pain. Like, I was supposed to die this year. Do you know what that call feels like? And do you know what happened to me since that call? I've been through a lot, but I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm resilient, and I'm a better person than I was before any of that shit happened. And the problem with modern psychology or therapists is just like, oh, set a boundary and don't blah, blah, blah. It's like, this isn't how you live. There's a spiritual purpose behind our suffering. And without that perspective shift, without seeing that there is a force, whatever you want to call it, God or the universe or fucking whatever, there is something. If you can't see that, you're fucking blind. You're trying not to see it. And of course, everything you're fed on the news and on social media just looks like it looks horrific all the time. There's no good news in the news. Is that weird? No feel good stories. You don't find that bizarre? You only hear about war and disarray and fucking dishonesty. Polarizing figures and all this. It's like, you don't think that's weird? Nothing good happened today, huh? Just repeat, repeat, repeat. My mom's glued to the news and is like, oh my God, do you know what they're doing? Who fucking cares, mom? Like, you believe in God. Why are you so afraid of death? Is God protecting you or not? What's the point of praying 5 times a day? The fuck are we doing here? Why pray if you could just leave at any time? Either trust God or don't. I should take that advice myself. Fuck. But like, that's why I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm fucking lost too. I don't fucking know what's gonna happen. I'm doing my best here, all right? But I've gotten to a pretty, I've been through some shit. So when other people talk to me and they've been through some shit, I said, "Oh, I know that one." And like, I know, like a good therapist doesn't tell you the answer. They help you figure it out yourself. And that's when the lesson sticks, honestly. Nothing I've ever been told stuck. I was told there's a God, didn't stick. I had to find out. So my friend was bringing up how I was held hostage by the Russian mafia in Ibiza or whatever. And like, there are henchmen surrounding me, threatening my life. And I was like, fuck you, no. You could ask me for $1, I would say no, go fuck yourself. You don't have power over me, absolutely not. And of course, to someone who doesn't believe in God, what a crazy thing to do. I was testing it. You could have got seriously hurt. Yeah, you know what? They almost took my right eye. I was seeing like a sparkle of like every now and then I'd see gold streaks on this side. I was like, what the fuck? Is a car driving by? And I had a really bad fucked up rib, which anyone will tell you who's had that injury doesn't like it, but full recovery. But you know what I did find out is I fucked up. I I gave permission. I was in the devil's house drinking his booze, fucking around, and in a domain I knew I shouldn't have been in. I knew better by this time. But because nothing was happening in my life, I was like, well, let me take a step back. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm not done with partying. Maybe I would meet someone or whatever the fuck. And I took a step back into that world, and I fucked up. I got too drunk, also, and that's when they approached me. It's like I was like this. Every time someone said, "Let's take a shot," I was like, "Absolutely." And then at this point, I'm not a bitch, so I don't pass out and I don't throw up. But that's when they took me outside, like, sign this. And I sobered right up. I was like, oh, no, 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 go fuck yourself. You're not pulling that shit on me. You're not signing? No, you're gonna sign. I'm not signing shit. I get choked. I get fucking beat up by fucking monsters. And then they're like, okay, now sign. I still was like, no, you don't understand. You have to kill me. You used your, you used all your moves. Are you prepared to do this? Which, to be fair, I didn't know it was the mafia at the time, but it was like I literally left to go soul searching. Like, I read all this stuff and I felt like, okay, everything that's happened to me, there was a reason and all this stuff, but it's like I didn't feel God. It's like, where is He? So I put myself in danger to test it. And you know what? These people didn't have any power. And then after the initial threat, I started having fun. I started making fun of the main guy. I started making the bouncers laugh. I was just like, there was no danger. I was like, oh, you can't kill me. I feel like the guy that was ordering it knew about spiritual law as well, because he would tell other people to hurt me. He was getting in my face and he wouldn't touch me. It's like, I'm not scared of you. It's like, whoever you work for is probably scary, but you're a bitch. And then when he held my friend hostage, I was like, okay, I proved my point. I won. And I signed the credit card receipt or whatever, and I wrote his name. I said, Borja is gay. And he's like, what does this say? It's like, that's my name. Turn that into American Express and see what they say. They sided with him, by the way, weirdly. And I fought it, and then they kept winning. I was like, this is the police report. This is my medical things. These guys kidnapped my friend and held me on, like, held her hostage and fucking beat me up to get this. And then I kept disputing it like 5 times, and they kept winning. And I was like, you know what? I'm fucking with, like, these people are probably powerful. There's probably like a reason they keep winning. I was like, you know what? Spiritual lesson learned. Take the money. Go ahead. I have more. But you see, like, I tested it so you don't have to. I was bored. But if God is real, what are we doing? How are you living your life? Are you doing everything great? Are you neglecting yourself, others? Are you sure you're doing everything exactly as you should be? Are you with the right person? Are you with the right people? Hmm. I wonder. So, I've been thrown for a loop this month, feeling off and all this stuff, and then it motivated me, one, to reconnect with people that care about me, and then two, like reassess, like, okay, I abandoned myself to help somebody. What's what's my mission? That was part of it. I was pretty confident. I am pretty confident. I am confident. What I did was a good thing. I don't take it back. I don't need anything from that. I gave the energy willing, knowing that it might not come back. Probably an impossible task to get that back. But I stopped being me. Like, I'm supposed to be this light for other people in this world who are going through a tough time, or who are reanalyzing life, or going through their dark night of the soul, or whatever. There must be a reason. People just instinctively trust me with like their darkest secrets or pain. So I have to do something responsible with it. But at the same time, I have this fear of being inauthentic, this fear of being a phony, being that pastor who told me if I don't give him 10% of my money, I'll burn in hell forever. So like, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to stand on a podium somewhere? Am I going to sit in front of a thing with a professional microphone and this is it, guys. This is what I know. It's just that this format doesn't make sense to me. I've learned a lot from people who do stuff like that, about narcissists, about avoidant personality disorder, about Carl Jung, about whatever I'm interested in. There's someone who knows online talking about it, and I appreciate that. And I try to share the knowledge with the people in my life to the best of my ability. But more than that, what is missing is community, a real community, people you can count on, not show up on Monday, pat each other on the back, have some coffee, share a story, and then fucking go back to your like. There has to be something else. What did you do when your family told you not to be with somebody? Well, I listened. How did that turn out? Interesting. What did you do? I told them to go fuck themselves. How did that turn out? Interesting. Like, get different perspectives on life and just from people who are awake, people trying to get better, people trying to get more out of life. I don't know how long I'm here for. I have no idea. But more than getting a degree, more than getting a master's degree, more than dating a certain person, more than making a certain milestone of money, more than having any material wealth, the most important thing I've ever done is this: be authentic, risk my life and livelihood by being real to and putting it on the internet. And of course, like the likelihood this is seen by lots of people is fucking extremely low, of course. But if it helps anybody at any time in history, better use of my time. What was I doing with it that was so important? Playing video game or fucking watch Fast and Furious 15 or whatever the fuck's going on with that? You know, I was at the theme park. Towards the end of the night, there's a group of drunk people going down the escalators, and they're like screaming, "Let's go Dodgers!" hoping that either they'll get other people to chime in, or they'll get a Yankees fan and then have a fight. And I could see the guy was just trying to be annoying. This is an energy vampire. And he made eye contact with me because he thought he was pissing me off, and I just smiled. He's like, "You're not getting it from me, dickhead." It's like, "You are a fucking clown, sir." It's like, "This is what you're doing with your life, Dodgers. That's your identity. That's all you're gonna do here." He's in the home city. You even go to the next city over. You're still in LA, dickhead. How is that an identity? How is that a life? How is that? I mean, everyone has the opportunity to change and grow, and who says I know any better? But when I look at that, it's just like, is that fulfilling? Or are you doing that instead of what you should have been doing? Should be doing. I was older than I am. Or he's got some city miles on him. I don't know. But he looks mid 40s, maybe. I don't fucking know. Um, so I like, I don't know how it would materialize. Creating a group of like minded spiritual people who can share information and knowledge and not augment themselves and not look for, not commercialization. Actively avoid commercialization, actively avoid um, advertising or recruitment. It should be small, or at least start that way. And I don't intend to be a fucking spiritual leader to anybody, so I don't know. Like, I need help thinking about how to do that. How do you make a spiritual community like this? Or just in a group chat, you meet once a week, you talk in a circle. Like, what does it look like? But when the spiritual meeting I went to, and gong, and then ohms for 7 fucking minutes. I want my fucking money back, and it was free. Give me a free painting for sitting through this shit, you fuck. 7 minutes of ohms. And then just, honestly, just the look on the guy's face told me everything. I didn't do any research on the dude, and I went twice. Absorb, 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 absorb. This is what it is. This is what it is. Bullshit. Per usual. Back to the drawing board. I can't count on anybody to do it for me, apparently. The things that the people around me in my life and community are going through, if they documented it and shared it in the process, and then show the outcome without the fear of being judged or rejected or abandoned or whatever, in real time, to see someone struggle, someone unsure, someone, you know, because I talk to you, I know you're doing it. Everybody's doing it all the time. But to see the resolution, to see the outcome after being along for the ride, it's like you're witnessing magic. magic that doesn't exist in the movies or TV shows or any artificial bullshit. It's like you watched a miracle happen in real life, and you're glued to your TV and you're glued to your phone and you're missing it. I want to see people's growth. I want to help people's growth. I really think I'm here for that. Why would I care otherwise? Why do I care so much? People like me, we're too soft for this world. The world takes advantage of us. So what makes us special is this pure good nature. And in order to survive, we shun it. We're ashamed of it. We're scared of it. Because the worst people come around looking for that, to absorb this, to attain it, or to corrupt it. Those people are weak. To have a soft heart and expose it to the world, that is strength. What fear is there from judgment? Only God can judge me. Who cares what this dickhead says? Post this shit on Reddit. I'll tell them all to go fuck themselves. I don't care what they say. Or the bots that dead internet theories for sure are happening on Reddit. Nobody's there. It's just to validate stupid people's opinions. Oh, see, this guy said first comment. First comment is always real. You gotta search in the depths to find a human being, I bet. So everything that society's doing, artificial intelligence, artificial sweeteners, artificial ingredients, artificial fucking love, I fucking hate it. I can't wait for people to stop. Even electric cars is like, can we stop doing this? Can we stop pretending? I know you're not doing that anyways. I know that's not the real plan. AMG, Mercedes, they made a 4-cylinder hybrid C63 and they sold like 38 in the whole country in the last year. Nobody wants this shit. Shut the fuck up. Stop forcing it down our throats, goddammit. That was just an aside because the world's changing. I don't like it. Everything's going the wrong direction. Nobody asked for this. Shut the fuck up. No one's asking for a brain implant. Shut up. I don't want to go to Mars. Shut up. Reduce your plastic consumption. You make 200,000 bottles a second. Suck my dick. Don't tell me what to do. Stop making it. The fuck? Why is it my responsibility? You know, just these thoughts. It's like, why is this? That should be on the front page of the news all day, every day. Your food, your environment, your air, your water, it's all poisoned. And you want to talk about Orange Man bad and fucking... Yeah, he's bad. I get it. What a weird world that Donald Trump is the savior. What a fucking... We are in the upside down. You know this is hell. There's no fucking way. It's like, why is it always these sex parties and shit is all with the liberal leaders? These are the guys that are supposed to be the moral ones. Diddy endorsed every Democrat. Do you think they didn't know? There's mass surveillance. You think they didn't know? I have some questions. I don't have questions. I fucking know. I'm not stupid. It's like he's doing it at their fucking best. And you're fucking like... in love with these people. Anyways, it's like, why don't I even know about it? Just distraction. It's just outlandish shit to get your attention, because then you're not going in and you're not finding God and you're not being a good person. And you're judging this dickhead. Someone fucked him for sure. That's how they initiated it. And then he did it. And on it goes. What do you think happened to Michael Jackson when he was a kid? You think the kid fuckery just started? They just gave him to every producer. Like a little A, B, C, ow, ow, my butthole. And then he fucking did it. He for sure did it to the other kids. That's how it works. A demon makes more demons. I don't know how we got into kid fucking, but this is the world we live in. There's a lot of kid fucking going on. Louis C.K. had an amazing bit about this. Look it up, honestly. Look it up. He's like, for instance, he said we should always start with the uncomfortable truth that there will always be pedophiles. It's not an uplifting thing, I know, but what about any real solutions? Like, has anyone thought about making a realistic child sex doll? And everyone boos. Ooh, it's like, okay, well, just let them fuck your kids forever then. That's. And he's pointing out the absurdity. Of course, it's absurd to make a child sex doll, but so is allowing people to fuck our kids. I mean, your kids, I don't have any that I know of. Um, anyways, I just felt like saying that. I really think the guy's a genius, but uh, how do I turn this around now? I really took a side road there. Spiritual fucking communities. I think I talked about it before, like Aubrey Marcus has some butt fuck boot camp. It's like $5,000 per person, and we're gonna do karate and then hug after. It's like, this isn't, it's not it, Chief. It's not about me, it's about, I know it's about you. I watched him on a podcast talk about how he figured out love in life because he was in a polyamorous relationship. It was perfect, and they do drugs in the desert and dance around, and they're just happy. It's like, you dumb fuck. Shut your mouth till you actually know. And then, of course, they're crying out, she left me. Yeah, no shit, dickhead. How did you think that was going to work? So I don't want to be him. But I do want to help the world. There's this catch 22 here. It's like, well, I know I won't become him once I have a platform and shit like this. I've learned celibacy, temperance, no drugs, no alcohol. Because the spiritual law I didn't talk about yet is drugs. I'll make one about that. It deserves its own thing. But Alan Watts said psychedelics can get you in touch with the divine, but it's good that when you get the message, you hang up the phone. So, when this is all you see, don't forget that, please. It's really hard to be a good person in this world. There's very few incentives. There's a lot of incentives to appear to be, but those things aren't the same. And I haven't figured out how to stand in front of people and tell them what I think and know without looking exactly like the people who are faking it. Maybe I did die already. part of me did. I just want genuine people. And you know what? I feel like everybody deep down is, but society trains us out of it. Everyone's wearing a mask, hiding something, for fear of not being loved if anyone knew. And you know, the guy that told me if I don't give him 10% of my money, I'll burn it out. I looked at him like a father figure. When he said that, I wanted to kill him. And then I held on to the anger, and it really fucked my life up. While I was holding it, it was just this poison is circulating in my blood the whole time I was thinking about it. But I know his origin story. I know that his dad didn't show him love, probably didn't love him. So he was looking for love. He's looking for love externally in his head. In that man's head, if I have a Rolex and a Porsche and blah, 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 then dad can't say I'm not worth anything. His father wound did that to him. And knowing his weakness, I forgave him. Not just energetically, I sent him money. It was a little bit of a fuck you, but it was also like deep down inside, he knows he fucked up. His ego is too fragile to ever admit it. He'll never apologize to me in this life. Neither would his daughter for the things they did to me. They have to believe that I'm a bad guy. And that's on them. Because they lost the only genuine person probably they've ever met. They didn't have to steal from me. I would have given them my money. Fucking idiots. Dumb. Short-sighted. Um, they wanted me in their spiritual community. And my integrity, my education, my success, whatever, they would have just no, we're that, we're that. They're trying to attain my spiritual power. It's what it is, in some manner, way, or form. That's not how it works, guys. You have to do it yourself. 333. So, I've been seeing 888 a lot. I was driving home from work and I had to get my protein shakes, and I was like, God, can you give me a sign? This feeling I have that I don't know what am I, blah blah blah. Like, I feel like the transition period I've been in was to refocus on myself and have this conversation like, what is it that I want to do? Who am I? Why am I here? And I need to help people somehow. That's what I'm here for. I haven't figured that out. It's not writing a book. My ability to write has been destroyed by the public school system and by grad school. I only make really good Yelp reviews, and in all honesty, I was high when I wrote that. It's really funny though. And it's like, I don't want to be a comedy writer. I do in my heart. I would love to be a stand-up comic, but is this my purpose? No. How am I making the world a better place? I can do small deeds, help someone with their car broke down, donate money to this, like listen when people need me. But that's not the thing. And then sometimes I get so focused on my own, like, where am I compared to everybody else? And I'm not on the same path those people are. I can't measure myself against anybody else in my peer group. I have a different purpose. So I kept like at night thinking like, God, what's the next thing? Like, let's go. And of course it's me in my own way. So I haven't figured out the thing I'm supposed to figure out for the next thing to happen. And having a having an old friend who is now awake and now in her spiritual journey where everything I said is profound. She feels validated by everything that she thinks and feels. Being gaslit by her family, they're telling her she's crazy and she's doing everything wrong. And she's following her heart. It's the hardest thing to do. Your head tells you something. This is how to be safe. This is the safe bet. And you have to follow that until you see it's a dead end. Your heart knows something, your soul knows something. It was, I've heard this from a few women this year, is that their body knows. Like their body starts rejecting the man that's not for them. And then there's your mind, your body, and your soul, and the soul is in between those two things. So your mind can't logically pick up what the soul is yearning for. And we look at things in a very three-dimensional way where it's like, no, there's danger down that road. That doesn't make any sense. Gaslight yourself out of your feelings, gaslight yourself out of this intuition. Your soul has the intuition. Again, do you trust God or not? Your feelings are always telling you something. Maybe you need people in your life that tell you to follow your fucking feelings once in a while. People with a different perspective who have been through different shit than your family or your friends. I'll document what I'm going through as I go through it. Maybe it'll help someone someday. You should do whatever it is that you think you can do. Maybe someday we'll figure something out together. My friend was talking about like having kids and then saying, well, what world am I bringing them into? It's very valid. Why don't we build a better one? Why are we leaving it up to incompetent buffoons out for themselves? All of our money should be going towards the next generation, not our debt. All of our money, all of our resources should be towards education because those are the people we're counting on to get us out of the mess that we created. We as in you, fucking boomers. Just fucking die and fuck off. Let the next ones clean it up. Anyways, you ever see someone getting a six-figure salary and they don't know how to use the email? What is that? I don't know. So, I honestly don't even know what do you title this? What am I talking about? I'm frustrated. my own inability to find out my life purpose. Well, I know what the purpose is, I don't know how to enact it. So, put my time and energy in this thing. It's like I know this is going to be worth it for them. It'll be transformative. Good luck, be somebody. Oh, what about me? Oh, fuck, I forgot. Um, what about me? I've had a lot of people pretend to help me or be in my corner for the benefit that I provide, the safety I provide. And for periods of time, it made me a bitter, resentful, and angry person. It stopped me from being who I am. But who am I? Who am I really? Someone with a big heart, bigger than most. Someone with an overactive brain. And someone pure. Probably in a few ways. Imperfect. So far. But I'm always trying. Uh, I guess that's enough. In my spiritual journey, I kept looking for light. People that represent the light, that represent God, that know God, that work for God. All I found is what they would call false light. It looks and acts like it, but is an act. And you have to get pretty close to be sure. Like right away, but you have to pay attention. And the loudest, most vocal God supporters seem to me like the work for the other guy. So when you look for the light and you don't find it, you have to be the light. Do your best, at least. And when people are lost, hopefully they find you. And you help them find themselves. And then there's more light. Light, as you know, metaphor for consciousness, awareness. So I'll keep doing my shadow work. I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. And hopefully the path presents itself. And things align, and I know they will. Just, do you believe in God or not? Do you trust God or not? Every morning I have to start the conversation over again. It's like I have to find God every day. That's why I look at signs and synchronicities so like obsessively. To ask God for a sign, I go to the grocery store to get my protein shakes, and then I park in front of a car. The license plate is 888. I've been seeing that a lot instead of the usual 777 or 333 or whatever else I've been seeing, and I've been seeing 555. So why change? And I don't know. Abundance? Where's the abundance? Abundance in what manner? In my like search history tab, if I like scroll up or whatever, you see my open windows. It's angel number 888. I'm just going down every Reddit thread or website or these websites that give your phone cancer because there's so many fucking pop-up ads. Just tell me something that makes sense, that feels like it's the right thing. So what am I missing? Why is nothing happening? How am I fucking up? Tell me that. Can you tell me that? All right, I'm gonna get on with life, whatever that means. And think. All right, so thanks for listening to my rant. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, most importantly, go fuck yourself.